We're struggling, constantly struggling.
Do we have money to pay for it, though?
Not till Thursday.
I was stressed out beyond belief.
$300 a month?
How did we let that one get so high? I'm terrified right now.
How could you possibly have children under these circumstances?
Money, 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 money.
The last year's been crazy for us. We got married in the summer. Right now, I'm working 3 jobs. And any spare time that I have, it's going towards work. I've got usually close to $5,000 a month coming in.
We've been married for almost a year. I'm a math and phys ed teacher. Money is one of the biggest causes of my stress.
It just feels like every time I get home, I don't get to see her because I'm working, over 90 hours a week.
Because he works 3 jobs, we don't see very much of each other. And why is he working so much? Because we need to pay the bills. So our date nights are sitting beside each other on the couch, locked inside the condo.
Tonya has a very hard time talking about money.
Before I took the bills over, Tim was keeping a lot from me because he knew how upset I got about money. When we had missed that first mortgage payment, he didn't tell me we missed it. I thought we'd missed 1, and then he had to tell me that actually we had already missed 2 and we were about to miss the 3rd.
For Tonya, I think it was a rude awakening when she saw as to how much we were paying every month for bills.
How did we let that one get so high? We're struggling, constantly struggling. It's a big strain and a big stress on us, our relationship.
I don't think she's been in a situation before where she's had to worry about money.
I love to shop. When I'm happy, when I'm sad and depressed, I want to go shopping. I buy something, it makes me happy. And then I take it home and I realize I've just made the situation worse, so I'm depressed again. It's a horrible, horrible cycle.
I don't think we talked enough when we first started dating and getting into our relationship about exactly how much debt each other had.
We owe $80,000 to $90,000, not including our mortgage. It's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. It was due on the 27th. We owe $124.
My belief is that we need to sell the condo and pay rent somewhere if we have to, or get into something a lot cheaper.
Tim really feels that this condo is a huge part of our problem. He really feels that we shouldn't be here. A miracle would be where we don't have this debt, where we can have a family and have children, to know that there's an end to this, because right now I feel like there isn't.
This month, I'll help this couple move from red to black. I've been solving money problems for over 20 years, tackling everything from high finance to low income. I help people understand money and debt, which is still a huge mystery for most folks. And it's the #1 reason couples split up. So now I'm making house calls. Tim and Tonya are facing a mountain of debt. Until they deal with it, their lives are on hold. And these newlyweds are suddenly questioning everything. Tim and Tonya may be physically fit, but they're financially flabby. Hi.
Hi.
Gail Vaz-Oxlade.
Tim, nice to
meet you. If you don't mind, I'll have a quick look around.
Sure.
Okay, good. I hear this is the bank.
Sure.
Is this the drawer you don't ever want to go in because the bills are in here?
That's the bills to be paid.
So, you don't actually like this condo, do you, Tim?
Well, I'd like to be somewhere bigger and a little bit nicer, maybe paint the walls.
Why haven't you painted the walls?
Mainly money more than anything.
It's like huge quantities of stuff.
Some of this has been around for a long time.
6. Some of it feels brand new. How many tins of paint could you have bought for this?
Probably enough to do our condo and then our neighbors as well.
Okay. You spend a lot of money on stuff you put in your mouth. I'm not going to call it food, because food never comes in containers like this. And you take quite a few supplements. You ever heard of a thing called a cow? What does one of these things cost?
$1.30.
12, 14. $200 worth of sweet treats? So, why am I here?
We need help.
What do you need help with?
We need to get on top of things and start getting deeper and deeper into debt.
How can you be in such a dark place when you are at the beginning of your lives together?
That's one of the saddest parts, is we are newlyweds and things shouldn't be this hard right now.
When I looked at your paperwork and I looked at your tapes, this is what I saw. You guys have taken on a lot of new things all at once. New condo, new jobs, new career, new marriage. There's a lot of stress inherent with taking on new things. And you kept things secret from each other. You didn't want her to worry, so you didn't tell her. It's not like she can't hear the collection calls or see the bills coming in, and you miss each other.
Yeah.
More than anything else.
You think you're never going to be able to afford to have children? How could you possibly have children under these circumstances? So you need a way out so you can make your dreams come true, that you're losing all your sense of joy, okay?
I try to be the tough guy, but it doesn't always work. It's knowing how upset it makes her more than anything that gets me.
These are your numbers. Wow. You thought you were overspending by just under $800 a month. You're actually overspending by $4,300 a month. You're spending almost $1,100 a month on groceries. Added to the $360 you're spending on supplements and restaurants, do you see how much food you're putting in your faces? That could feed a family of 6 or 7.
That to me was the biggest shock. The other one was the bank fees.
$300 a month on bank fees? You own bank stock?
When she first started reading the numbers out, I couldn't respond. I didn't know how to respond. I was speechless.
Because here you are thinking to yourself, it's a condo that's killing us, and your housing costs, which should be about 35%, you're actually spending less than that.
Because his answer is always the condo is the reason. If we got rid of the condo, we'd be fine.
Apparently not. Your life costs should be about 25% of your costs. So it's way out of line. Now, you have a history of missing mortgage payments?
Just twice.
Just twice. And see this big bill down here for realty tax doesn't seem like a lot. What could possibly happen? They will take away your home. If you stay on this path, in 5 years, you'll be $660,000 in debt. So now you have to make a decision. Do you want to go $660,000 in debt or not?
Definitely not.
I definitely didn't realize how far off we are and how much on a sort of downhill spiral we're going right now.
But you have to promise me, before we go any further, that you are going to do anything I ask you to do. Anything?
Yes.
Promise.
Yes.
Say it louder.
I promise.
Absolutely. I promise.
So for the next month, we're gonna find a way to get that budget to work. We're going to get you on a debt repayment program that will get you out of the hole as opposed to have you just spinning your wheels. And we're going to get you working together and communicating and spending time together to complete things that make you happy. You do my challenges, you meet my expectations, I'll give you up to $5,000 to help you pay down this debt. You don't meet my expectations, you don't get the money. Okay. Since you're going to be living on cash, you won't need your credit cards and debit cards anymore, so you can go get them for me now.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Coming up,
Hello.
Tim and Tonya go back to the land. Ooh.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
When high school teacher Tonya goes shopping, she usually ends up with another outfit for the gym.
I have a black outfit, blue outfit, green, I have a pink outfit, black jackets. I probably have at least 5, maybe more.
That's where she met her husband Tim. He's a fitness junkie too. But all that healthy living is costing them a lot of money. Than $1,500 a month on stuff you're putting in your faces. Tim's working 3 jobs to try and put a dent in their $90,000 of debt.
It's only been 7 months since we've been married, and I might see her, if I'm lucky, for half an hour in the day.
A lot of my friends are in very, very different places than I am. They have houses, they're having children.
For the next month, this couple will learn to live on a strict cash budget. No more credit cards. They'll complete weekly challenges to tackle their money and relationship issues. And if they're willing to change, I'll reward them with thousands of dollars. No changes, no money. Do you have those credit cards?
Yes, we
Pony up. Thanks. Gone. I'm cutting your variable expenses by 72%.
It's gonna be interesting.
From about $4,900 to just over $1,300.
We're 3/4 over our heads in a sense of where we should be, and that blew my mind.
$75 a week for transportation. Ditto entertainment. Always leave entertainment in the budget.
Okay.
You will, by human nature, need time off and need to do things together. Okay? Clothing and gifts, $12.50. Other, which includes the bank fees, $22.50 a week. You will now have $125 a week for food. So are you ready for your first challenge?
Yes.
Yes.
You think? Got rubber boots?
Let's do it.
Between groceries, restaurants, and supplements, Tim and Tonya have been spending $50 a day on food. Now they'll have $100 a week. To make the most of that budget, they're going to have to dig for their dinner. This is a life lesson challenge. Eating healthily is important to Tim and Tonya, but they spend way too much money doing it. I'm sending them to an organic farm where they're going to spend the day doing some hard labor in exchange for some fresh veggies.
Say good morning. 10 fresh
10
eggs.
eggs.
Yeah.
I live in my boxed-in little life with my television and my TV shows and my magazines, and it seems so silly to spend so much time and so much effort and so much money on those things when this is amazing out here. It's beautiful and relaxing. This is probably the most relaxed I've been in weeks, and I'm not shopping.
There's a lot to life more than spending money and worrying about debt sometimes.
All right, guys.
For as little as $25, Tim and Tonya could have organic vegetables delivered to them once a week. Tim and Tonya spent a lot of money on pre-prepared foods. I wanted to show them how they could put together a week's worth of dinners with a little bit of effort and a lot less money.
You know what the good thing is, babe? We get to make Gail cry after she made us cry last week.
Smarty pants. Done. 1, yum. 2, don't spill the gravy. 3,
Looks good.
all in an hour and a half. Ultimately, it all has to balance at the end of the month, and I can't get your budget to balance.
She couldn't balance our budget. That was scary, that she was out $500. Just really drove home that we really don't have a clue where our money's going.
Cutting Tim and Tonya's debt payments back could have balanced their budget. But because I want them out of debt as fast as possible, making more money is the only option. So this week's challenge is a budget booster challenge. You've got to find a way to make more money.
Okay.
Okay? My bottom line is the budget has to balance.
Okay.
Okay? Good.
That sounds great.
Coming up, Tonya is at the end of her leash.
I'm gonna cut up right now.
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
This month, newlyweds Tim and Tonya will need to work hard to get out of debt. If she wants to succeed at my latest challenge, Tanya's going to have to give up shopping and find a way to make an extra $500 a month to make their budget balance.
I would rather live in a box with Tonya on the street than not be with her. But I'm okay not living in a condo, and I don't know if Tonya is.
If Tim and Tonya ace my challenges, I'll give them up to $5,000 to pay down their debt. Tonya loves dogs, but can't have one at her condo. Now she's found a way to spend time with them and make some extra money at the same time.
I finish work at 3, so I'm hoping that people will want their dogs walked if they don't get home until 6:30 at night. Sort of how I thought I would attempt to market myself.
And so how many dogs do you think you have to walk?
8 half-hour walks a week. In a month, I can make $500.
Wow!
So,
Are you kidding me?
no,
4 hours a week. I like it.
I'm happy. I didn't know I had that in me to be able to put that together, but I guess I just wanted to be able to impress Tim and impress her as well.
You seem lighter to me. It's not just happier, you seem lighter.
There's just a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. Being scared, crapless of these.
Because you have money left in the jar.
This is left
How
over.
can you possibly have money left in the jar?
It's left over.
Tim also sold his car, so we've gone from 2
Yes!
to 1 car.
Here's another one. I put it up on the car lot and sold it and paid off what we owed, and I think we made about $400 on it.
Wow!
I was expecting it to be a lot more difficult. Most of our money's still in the jars.
This week is going to be your hardest challenge of all. This is the one that's going to test your mettle in terms of your relationship. You have a house, you don't have a home.
Tim and Tonya have lived in this condo for a year, and the walls are still billed as beige. I'm giving them a modest budget and 1 week to work together to make their condo a place where they both want to be.
When Gail said today that that this is not a home, I've never thought of it that way before, but that is so true. Tim and I are very different when it comes to accomplishing a goal.
Works for now.
Depends how sloppy you are. He's very task-oriented, and he wants to get the job done. I'm very detail-oriented. Some people will call me a perfectionist, and those things can sometimes clash a little bit. Just be careful of that sidewalk, because that's a different color.
That I just hit.
How are you going to get it off?
With a cloth and some water.
I don't think you can wash paint off.
Well, we're gonna try.
Just do this part now. Don't worry about that.
Okay. And don't worry, it's the first coat. If we screwed up, then we'll know for the second coat, right? Do you feel as lost as I do?
Yep.
Coming up, will Tim and Tonya complete my final challenge without killing each other first?
I'm so angry right now.
I'm panicking. Why does this look so crappy up here?
Money, 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 money. Money, 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 money.
Newlyweds Tim and Tonya love working out together, but Tonya's shopping addiction has gotten them into trouble.
There's no limit to the number of jeans a person can own. Purses, shoes, in my mind. I know, it's crazy.
I would rather live in a box with Tonya on the street than not be with her.
Now they owe $90,000 and their marriage is strained. I've been showing them how to manage their money and challenging them to change their ways. If they can do it, I'll give them up to $5,000 to help pay down their debt. My final challenge was for them to decorate their condo together and turn it into a place they both love with only $300 for supplies.
Come in.
Hello.
Hi. Wow.
What do you think?
I think this looks good. So who painted?
Both did.
How did you find the painting experience?
Challenging at first, but it got easier.
So the place looks really great. And sometimes it's not a matter of the right time. Sometimes it's now is the right time, just like fixing all the money stuff. So when I got here, you were spending about 170% of your income, an extra $3,500 a month that you did not make. And you were headed to $660,000 worth of debt.
Yeah.
But you know what? You did even more than I asked.
We've been as focused as we can because we knew we were at the point that something had to change.
You actually have already eliminated $20,000 worth of your debt by selling your car and paying off some of your bills pretty aggressively, like the realty bill, which I was very concerned about. We've set aside $2,200 a month for debt repayment, and if you stick with my plan, you will have everybody but your parents paid off at the end of 2 years.
Oh my gosh.
So that you can get busy living again.
Oh.
And I've set aside $200 a month for emergency fund and $400 a month for long-term savings. You put that $400 a month into a retirement plan, and in 40 years, when you're ready to retire, you'll have $1.5 million.
Oh my God.
Okay, so this month, you balanced your ins and your outs, your income and your expenses. You got yourself on a debt repayment plan that's actually going to get you out of this hole so you can get busy living and maybe have a few babies. And you work together to create a home out of a house and had some fun while you were doing it. Do you think you did well?
I think so.
Are you happy?
I couldn't be happier.
Very, very happy.
Resolve to the future and it being positive and light and bright?
It's been bright since week 1, and it's just been getting better every week.
I said at the beginning of this that a miracle to me would be if Gail turned around and said that there was a light at the end of the tunnel, and she's done that. So we've had our miracle.
I have something else for you. You get $5,000.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hey, what are you going to do with this?
Pay off some bills.
That's right. Which ones are you going to pay first?
I'm thinking the high interest credit cards.
That's it. I'm also going to send you on a horseback riding outing with a beautiful dinner, custom made to meet your very specific requirements, okay, so that you can have a great night on me. But I do expect the baby to be named Gail.